Hi, I'm Scott, the owner of HomeSure, and in this video I'm just going to give you a brief introduction into the job that's currently available for property manager. Now this job is going to have a focus on finance as well, so it's not just a property manager's position, you're going to be doing the office finance as well. So we need specific skills for this one. Certainly not going to be suitable for anybody just out of school or someone that doesn't have experience doing the tasks that they require. So I'll go on to tell you a little bit about the job and what's going to be involved. You're going to have two roles. One, you're going to do the finance of the business, so you're going to help with the accounts and the day-to-day running of the business and the financial side. Secondly, you're going to be a property manager. You're going to be responsible for your own portfolio of properties. And when I say responsible, you're going to be 100% dedicated to this and looking after it. There's other property managers with other portfolios, but you're going to need to look after yours, and the responsibility lies with you. So it's certainly not a job for somebody that doesn't have any experience. So you're going to be organising repairs, you're going to be making sure the properties are maintained and contacting the landlords to make sure they give authorisation. You're going to be liaising with the contractors to make sure they're going out and doing the jobs, getting the invoices, putting them against the rent and making sure the job's done. And this involves a lot of organising, so you definitely need to be organised. Rent collection, we had said, your portfolio needs to run well. We cannot let people get into rent arrears. But the other part of the job on the finance side is chasing all the rent arrears within the company. You're going to get a certain amount of hours every day to chase the rent arrears, and this is going to be your responsibility. So you need to have that certain mindset to be able to do that. Might ask you to go out and do viewings as well, so you're going to need to cover the viewings clerk and do viewings, especially locally if it's walking distance. So you need to be comfortable going out and trying to get some properties let as well, and inspecting properties periodically. Customer service, you need to be customer service focused. You're going to be taking 50 calls a day, and some days it's going to be crazy. There's people coming into reception, you're going to be meeting people at viewings, they're going to be emailing, they're going to be phoning, so you're going to need to be highly skilled in these areas of customer service, polite, getting back to people when you promise, and things like that. So your portfolio is your responsibility, and the finance is your responsibility. So this breaking the task down into two main segments. Some of the skills you're going to need for this, if you've got experience in either of these sectors, then cool, you already know what you're going to be needing, but you're going to need to be good on the phone. You could be speaking to millionaire property landowners one time, you could be speaking to somebody that's just been evicted on benefits on housing benefit for antisocial behaviour that's getting very nasty. The two ends of the spectrum there, so you need to be good with all demographics of people on the phone. You need to be polite, you need to be courteous, and you need to display that you are a good member of staff. We want professionals working at HomeSure, and we can't have landlords and clients thinking we are employing people that don't know what they're doing and don't come across well. So you certainly need to have that right attitude on the phone. You need to be good on a computer. All your time is going to be sat at a computer all day, every day, emailing back and forth, using software, making sure everything's done correctly. So you really need to be fast and sharp on a computer. Especially on the finance side, you're going to be using different software packages. You're going to be logging into the bank and doing some finances. So you really need to be sharp with numbers. We can't be paying landlords with a decimal point in the wrong place, and we can't be messing up rental payments and not paying bills because we don't have a good hand in numbers. Not everybody's brain is made up to handle numbers. I know mine certainly isn't, so hence why I'm not doing it. Teamwork, it's a cliche to say that we want teamwork in any organisation because everybody does, but just because you've got your own portfolio as part of a team, so it's not my job and we don't deal with it, we help everybody else out. If you're not going to come into work and you're going to turn up late, then you're affecting the rest of the team, you're not going to fit in here. So as teamwork, we always help each other out, and just because you've got your portfolio, it doesn't matter if that's not in your portfolio, you still need to do it in a timely manner to help your work colleague out. So teamwork is a big focus. I need an experienced property manager for this one. I would love to take somebody and train them up that doesn't have any experience, but you need to really have worked in a letting agency, estate agency, or some form of property company before. Please don't apply because we can't get back to everybody that applies for these jobs, so you really need to have experience within the property industry. This role needs to start immediately. We don't have the 6 months induction period to train you up, unfortunately, so we do require somebody that has experience. The same in the finance side. It's a big jump from just being a property manager to actually helping run a business's finances. So you're going to be paying HomeSure's bills, you're going to be paying contractors, you're going to be chasing rent arrears, and your responsibility is going to be the finance of the office. So this isn't something that you can do without experience. You need to have done it before, and you need to comprehend that it's quite a big responsibility. So again, please don't apply if you don't think that this role is right for you and you don't have experience doing those type of tasks. You need to be organised. There's going to be emails, visitors, post-it notes, me phoning in from out and about, the viewings clerk, your other staff members. There's going to be information overloading you pretty much every day. That's an intense job, and I don't lie about that. It's not for everybody. So you need to be organised, you need to have your notes, you need to get back to people when promised, respond to emails in a timely manner. And if you're not quick at organising these tasks, then it's going to take you twice as long as the existing staff and you're going to get a backlog. So you need to be very organised, and again, your brain needs to be made up for this, and it's not for everyone. We'd love you to be able to drive. Not so good if you can just sit in the office and you can't do any external appointments. It's not a deal breaker if you're an exceptional candidate, but we would like you to go out and do inspections of your properties. If you're going to be doing the business finance and you're going to be chasing rent arrears, sometimes these people need a little visit. So you need to be able to drive, and you need to be comfortable going to people's houses. You're never going to be put in danger or anything like that. But if you're there as a property manager to hand somebody eviction documents, as an example, for antisocial behaviour, you need to be able to do these things. So again, if you're timid and meek and don't want any confrontation and don't like that type of thing, this isn't a job for you. As I said, we need to be thick-skinned. Some people are going to be losing their homes for not paying rent arrears. Some people aren't getting properties because we've found better tenants. So you are the person in the middle. A letting agency is the person in the middle between the landlord and the tenant, and sometimes we take the brunt of it. It's our job to pretty much take the hard times for the other party. It's not our fault, but that's our job to take that. So you need to be thick-skinned, otherwise you will be going home upset every day. You can't be affected by what people say to you, and I'll warn you now. Property manager job is not for everybody. It's tough going. It's certainly one of the hardest office jobs I've ever seen. So there's good days and bad days, and I'm being totally honest about this now. Finally, what we require is somebody positive. Everybody's worked in those organisations where there's that one person that's moaning, it's too cold, oh, there's not enough coffee, it's horrible here, and I can't believe they spoke to me like that, and they're coming in, and they're a really negative attitude about everything. How they're smarter than everybody else, how things aren't been done right, how they're just smarter than people that they're speaking to, and that general attitude just brings everybody down. So you don't want to be that one person in the organisation. You have seen it before, you know how these people can be a cancer within a team and make it really bad. So you need to be that positive person. We're going to have tough days, as we'd said. Things out with your control are going to mean you have a bad day. So you need to be that positive person. If you're not, and you come into HomeSure and you are that negative, moaning person that doesn't have that we can do it, go do it attitude, problem solving, getting things done, rather than sitting worrying about things and be negative, you will last a week. The team, you will not fit into the team. So I'll tell you now, you need to be positive, enthusiastic, happy to be here. They're going to get a lot of response for this. So don't think you're doing us a favour by applying and coming into the job. That you're not doing us a favour by taking the job. So you're taking up a seat of a member of staff that could be there, happy and making the team work better. So a quick overview, and again I've been quite negative about the job because I don't want to give you any false expectations that you're coming in here and sitting having a laugh all day, every day. It's a fun environment to work in, but it's also going to be a very, very intense job. Going to be days when you go home feeling pretty shit, I'll warn you that now. Once you learn the systems, once you get everything up and running and you're that organised person, then this job is actually a very good job. You go home with a good sense of achievement, everything's done as it should, and if things go wrong out with your control, you know you're 100% covered yourself and you're bulletproof. And if things go wrong, then you know what, that's the nature of lettings and we understand that. So you need to be that happy, positive person, and I really, really reiterate that. It's important for this role. So if this video hasn't put you off, then please get in touch, fill in the application form, let us know all about yourself. If you've watched it through to the very end, we're nearly at 10 minutes, I'll give you one little tip. Anytime we put a job out, we get hundreds of application forms from people that have no chance of getting it or have no interest in getting it. They just want to be putting application forms in. Make your application form stand out. If you've watched to the end, to the very, very end, to get the maximum out of this video, you'll get this little tip, whereas a lot of people won't. Make your application stand out. There's lots of things you can do, and I don't mean put big smiley faces on it or do it in a crazy colour, but you can send us a video You could do something, you could make yourself stand out for the 100 other people, because that's the type of person we want. We want superstars, we want people that stand out from everybody else. We don't want just somebody mediocre coming in, because they'll not fit into the team. So if you're watching this to the very end, you've got a little tip on how to impress myself and my branch manager Alan when we're going through all the application forms and make sure yours is at the top of the pile. So thank you for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.